to my Liptons. So I know I'm super late when it comes to this video because I put on my community tab that I wanted to do a video on Whoopi Goldberg. And I know, probably some of my audience is not probably going to be interested in this one. It's just something that I just have to get off my chest because I just feel like Whoopi Goldberg has been working on my nerves for like, I would say for the past few years. And at this point, it's just like they really, like, they need to replace her on The View. They really need to replace her. Before I get into it, I'm working on my colorism video because I do want to get articles, movies, that sort of thing to back up what I have to say as far as like when it comes to that topic about as far as like colorism in Hollywood, because it's so rampant now that it has really gotten out of control. And I don't really think that, the mainstream realizes how they attribute to colorism being a thing. And that's honestly subconsciously and consciously when it comes to doing stuff like that. I want to do the whole thing. I want to give you guys the definition of what colorism is. I want to give you guys everything that you guys need to know. I need to give you guys examples, articles, that sort of thing. So that video is probably going to be up by the end of this week. So be on the lookout for that. I'm probably also going to be doing, different, either it's roasts or reactions or reviews of episodes that I'm watching on Z5, ZTV, that sort of thing. So keep on the watch for that. But I wanted to talk about Whoopi Goldberg really quickly because it's really quick. If anybody who pays attention to politics or that sort of thing, y'all already know I'm not, like, I don't like either party. I don't like the Democratic Party. I don't like the Republican Party. I think that they're both corrupt and they're both, two coins, two faces of the same coin, that sort of thing. What I will say, though, is that I do tend to watch, because I want to know what's going on. I want to know what's happening in the news, how the mainstream media is reporting on Joe Biden and his administration, because I think sometimes mainstream media can be biased when it comes to Joe Biden and what he does. And it's just like, if y'all guys have so much, and listen, and don't get me wrong, I am not a fan of either of these motherfuckers, like none of them, none of the candidates, like, Trump never was a fan of him. Joe Biden never was a fan of him. Like, I had to really unlearn a lot of the things that I grew up, listening to and watching, thinking that, Joe Biden and Barack Obama, oh my God, the Democratic Party is so, progressive, and they're, they love black people, they love everybody, they love, all minorities, that sort of thing. But it's like, once you really see the policies that were put in place, especially that was spearheaded by Joe Biden, you can tell that he really, really fucked up a lot of minorities, like really bad. So to have something like The View, because, The View, obviously, in a way, yes, I can, it's more attractive because it's like, obviously it's a women panel, that sort of thing. So I'm like, okay, like, let's see what they got to say, because they cover a lot of politics. And at this point, at first, I really used to like Whoopi Goldberg in the beginning when I started watching The View. But as time goes on, Whoopi Goldberg has become insufferable, okay? She's become very insufferable. She's become very partisan. And don't get me wrong, there's some women on The View that are partisan. Don't get me wrong. Like, Joy Behar is very partisan. Sarah tries to be in the middle. She tries to be, that independent girl, but she still gives me partisan tease. Sunny, Sunny, I will say this. I feel like I like Sunny a little bit more compared to the others, but I do also feel like Sunny at times does tend to lean on that partisan, like, democratic stuff, and like, oh my God, we got to support anybody, black and anybody. And it's just like, no ma'am, I'm not about to do this identity politics with you. Just because someone is black, just because someone is Latino, just because someone is Asian, does not mean I'm about to, just go behind them and support them. No, baby. What are those policies looking like? What is your track record? What have you done in office? I'm not looking at skin color or ethnicity and race when I'm picking my candidates, or gender. Like, that's not something that goes on in my household. Like, I'm not doing that. So I feel like Sunny tends to lean on that too much. She leans on She leans on the identity politics a little bit too much for me. So, but other than that, I feel like I like her the most. They brought in this new Republican girl. It's no shade. I think her name is Elisa or Alyssa. She's not really serving it for me. I have to be honest. She's not really giving it to me. I will say this. As much as, I don't agree with the Republican side of it, that sort of thing. But I feel like, unfortunately, as annoying as she was, I feel like Meghan McCain was the best candidate for that Republican role. Because I felt like she brought in the spice to the thing. Like, it was like, it was entertainment. Like, I have to be honest, it was entertainment. So it was like, she brought in she gave us the flavor a little bit. She brought in that one voice where it was just like, okay, like, you really just had to say that. Even though, don't get me wrong, I disagree with Meghan McCain, like, I would say 99% of the time, because she was a whole war hawk. It was a lot with her. But since she left, I honestly thought that they were gonna include, I forgot her last name, but I think her name is Tara. Beautiful, very beautiful girl, but she's Republican, that sort of thing. I felt like she would have been the best person to take that Republican seat on The View, but unfortunately, I don't know why The View chose this Alyssa chick. And plus she's very weak. She just seems very weak. She doesn't seem like someone who fights back against or tries to argue back against the ideals of Sunny or Joy or Whoopi Goldberg. She just sits there, and I don't like that. I don't like, it's like, girl, like, you're there for a purpose. Give me your viewpoint. And I guess she says it at times, but it's like, I feel like she tends to, coon and tap dance a little bit for me. It's no shade. And of course, you guys have Anna Navarro there. I like Anna Navarro, but I also feel like, it's no shade, I feel like Anna Navarro, like, she's just become such a Joe Biden ass kisser. Like, I never seen her. And it's like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm all for, both sides, coming together, Republicans, Democrats, that sort of thing. But the way Anna Navarro is ass kissing Joe Biden, it's a little bit concerning to me. Because I'm just like, girl, there are probably some, like, I don't know. Overall, right now, The View is very unwatchable, unfortunately. And I feel like Whoopi Goldberg is really one of them, the most, actually, out of all of them, who's making it unwatchable. Whoopi Goldberg, there was recently a situation with Joe Biden and documents and classified documents, that sort of thing. It's come to the point where even, Joy, Sunny, even Sarah has been like, okay, well, even though it's not the same as Trump, but, this still looks bad on Joe Biden, that sort of thing, yada, yada. Whoopi Goldberg is still on, like, the defense for Joe Biden. It's like, oh, well, we don't know it yet. Da, 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 da. It's not as serious as y'all making it out to be. Trump is worse. Da, da. And it's like, I hate this whataboutism that Whoopi Goldberg does on The View, right? It's just, she does it all the time. And don't get me wrong, Joy does it too. Don't get me wrong. There are times where Joy is a little bit too, it's become a little bit too obsessive with Joy. But Whoopi, it gives me a different vibe. It's very condescending. And then it's just, once you're being condescending with your whataboutism, that's when you rub me the wrong way. At this point, I don't think that Whoopi is very coherent with her thoughts and her viewpoints. And at times she tends to make these these little references to poop and jokes and farts and all this stuff so that she can, end her sentences. For me, not for me, I think that there's other people too who feel this way. I think that Whoopi Goldberg should exit The View. They need to replace her, pay her the rest of her checks. Either get someone else to monitor the View, or because people said that they like when Joy Behar is the monitor of The View on Fridays, so maybe make Joy Behar the permanent one. But, I don't know. Sometimes even Joy Behar needs to be filtered a little bit out, like, when it comes to doing certain things. Because it's like everybody just talks over each other on The View. But yeah, I'm over Whoopi Goldberg. And on top of that, she said some stupid shit recently, not too long ago, about, she's just been saying a lot of dumb stuff in the media. And it's just like, and on top of that, she tends to go against other people within the same party that she supports. Like the progressives, like anytime like the progressive does anything or say anything, here comes Whoopi Goldberg always being like on the fucking, just always supporting the establishment. And it's like, I'm done with her. She needs to go. She's way too partisan. She's always on defense when it comes to Joe Biden. Even when Joe Biden is in the wrong, she's always defending this man. And I'm over that. Like, I'm done. I'm tired. I'm over it. Hang it off our screen. Bring in a new person to be the monitor. Let Whoopi Goldberg go sit home or go do her movies or whatever that nobody's watching. Either way, tell me what you guys think. You know, people who watch The View, people who, you know, who watch this stuff. Do you feel like Whoopi Goldberg should be replaced on The View? I personally believe that she should. Do you think that she adds nothing? She adds nothing. That's the thing. Whoopi Goldberg adds nothing to the show anymore. Like she adds nothing. Like get her out. Get her out. There's nothing there. So, you know, please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what y'all guys think. And do you guys agree with me? Yes or no? And I'll actually talk to you guys